Hi everyone, I'm Ben from the B-Enigmatic YouTube channel. Today we're doing a winter wild camp in the Scottish Highlands. I'm going to be camping in a hammock today. This is the first ever time I've even set up a hammock, so I don't know how it's going to go. Hopefully it goes alright. I'm not going to travel too far from the car, just in case it gets too cold I need to come back. I think it gets to about -6 tonight. Could be wrong, the forecast could have changed, but I guess we'll see. I've not even camped here before. I'm just sort of winging it. I'm just going to see if I can find a decent spot between a couple of trees where I can set the hammock up. I'm not even on a path. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. There's a fair bit of snow on the ground. I'm not sure if these boots are waterproof, but hopefully they are. I brought spare socks and stuff, obviously just in case. Jeez, it's quite high bracken as well. But I've got waterproof trousers on, so at least my legs will be dry. I think I found a pretty decent spot to set up. The thing with wild camping is, especially if you're like in a hilly area, is the chance of you finding somewhere flat pretty slim, which is a bonus to having a hammock, I guess. I'm gonna try set up here. I've got like a little bit here on the ground where it's not flat, but it's flat-ish. It's probably the hardest bit of ground I've found. The rest of it's like full of this bracken. It's really soft and you sink right into it, and I need somewhere to sort of put a little table for when I'm cooking and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to try set up here. It just started snowing a little bit. So yeah, let's see how we get on with this. Pegs that came with it are actually pretty good. Didn't think they'd be so thick. You know, you usually get the flimsy ones that come with a tent. These ones are like chunky. They're quite light though, but stick them in and see. That's a tarp up now. Sun's starting to go down now, so we need to hurry up. As you can see, the sun's already quite low. It's only 1:30 in the afternoon, but here in the Highlands it gets, by about 3:30, 4:30, it's pitch black pretty much, so you don't have much time for getting stuff ready. But this is pretty tight, should hold up. Okay, so I've got 2 straps here for the actual hammock now. I think I might need to wrap it around probably a couple times around this tree. It's not very big. It's quite a skinny tree, so wrap this around a couple of times, and then the hammock's got a carabiner on the end, so you just sort of tie it on each end, and I think that's as simple as that. That's one on. The other thing this has is, I don't know if you can see there, see the stitch in here, here, so you can clip it on at different lengths. You can put the carabiner through each different hoop, which is quite handy. Oh, just stabbed in the chest by a branch. This is the hammock all set up now, ready for the night. I'll take a walk back down the way I came and I'll get the drone up, get some shots. It is snowing at the moment, on and off, but hopefully I'll be able to get the drone up in between when it stops, so get some nice shots for you guys. What have I got for my dinner? I've got some burgers for dinner, got some noodles if I get hungry before then, and I've got some pancakes for breakfast. So yeah, I don't really know what to do with myself now. I'm all set up. I thought it'd take me a lot longer, but it was a really quick setup. I'm not sure how well this camera works in the dark, but here we are. I'm just setting up a little table and stuff to put my food on. I'm going to make a little fire here. I've got a fire pit, you know, just so the fire's off the ground. Like I said before, the ground's not very flat. We'll make the most of it. It's flat-ish here, so we can get a good spot for the fire there. Here's a little fire pit. Same again, anything like any of my equipment, I'll put a little link in the description. So if anyone's thinking of doing the same sort of stuff, you've got all the equipment there. Basically comes like this, and you just you've got four legs, like leg extensions to connect to it, and then you've got the four actual legs to add on to that. That's the legs in, and then you've got the net to put over the top, and then with the net you've got these clips just to help keep it on. There we go, all set up, ready to go. I don't know how I've managed it, but I've gone and left the gas in the car for the hob to cook my dinner. I mean, I've got fire there, I could use it for that, but either way I'm going to need it for in the morning, because I'm not going to light a fire just to have my breakfast, so I'm going to have to head back in the darkness to get the gas bottle. Brilliant. And it's snowing. The joys. But guys, I'm new to this. Some of you will be as well. Some of you's probably never done it either. So learn from my mistakes, I guess. We're going to learn along the way, see what comes of it. So I've still not had dinner yet. I've been to the car, I got the gas. Fire's still going there. It's snowing like crazy out there. I did have to readjust my tarp and hammock. The open end was facing the wind after I checked it on the forecast, so I've turned it around the opposite way so the tarp is against the wind, so it's not coming inside underneath the tarp, you know. Now that I've done it that way, I don't know if it's because the wind's changed or because it's just heavy snow, but it's still coming in at the end. So what I've done is I've taken the guy ropes out, and there's clips on either corner of the hammock, so I've clipped them underneath and sort of like, don't know if you can see that, but I've like cocooned it, so wrapped it underneath this and clipped it together at that end where the snow was coming in. There you go, you can see the snow there, look. Right, the snow has finally stopped. Got a little break from that, so we'll whip up dinner. Gonna get my buns ready, get the cheese on there and the tomato sauce. I would usually melt the cheese on here, but I just want to eat, wrap up and go to bed. All this rubbish, obviously I'll be putting that in a bag and taking it back with me. stick to the age-old rule of leave no trace, leave nothing but footprints. Cut this one open, as you can see, just to make sure it's hot in the middle. And there we go. Give Ronald McDonald a run for his money with them. Let's go. Whoa. This has been burning for about an hour and a half now, something like that. Still giving off a nice heat. I'm going to take these and get in my bed. Just cotching back in the hammock. Call me Ben Ramsey. Cooking up a storm out here. Speaking of storms, I hope that snow doesn't get as bad as it did earlier. Or worse, shall I say. That was pretty bad. I checked on my on some of my gear because I've just wrapped most of it in a tarp over there. And it was in about an inch of snow. And it had only been about 10 minutes. Crazy. From when I adjusted my tarp and hammock earlier on, the only other place I could have put it was like directly over a swamp, which is obviously what I did. So I'm gonna find it quite difficult to take my boots off. I'm gonna have to sort of just fling them and hope they land under the tarp and stay dry. I mean, I'm gonna wake up with them being cold anyway. I've got spare socks and stuff in here, so I'll be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this and then have another update, I guess. That's me all comfy in bed now. I'll be honest, it took me a while. Not because it's difficult getting into, but more because like I said, it's like a swamp underneath me. So trying to take the boots off and not get my feet wet at the same time was a pain. But got there eventually, and I'm in. I've got a sleeping bag liner underneath the sleeping bag, which adds 8+ degrees. And then I've got the sleeping bag, which has a -5 comfort. And then I've put my down jacket on top because I didn't want to wear it and then get too hot, and then it'd be difficult to take it off while you're in a hammock, you know. So I've just put it over the top of me, and then if I get too hot, I can take it off. Highly doubt I'll get too hot because it's pretty cold out here, but I'm comfy. I'm nice and snug in here, nice and warm. I'm just gonna watch some stuff on my iPad and then go to sleep. See you in the morning. Good morning, people. It is about 9 o'clock, something like that. Had a really good sleep. So nice and warm in here. Between the sleeping bag liner, sleeping bag, and then the jacket on top. I'm so snug, and I don't want to get up because it's cold out there, man. But I noticed my gas canister had frozen over throughout the night, so I've stuck that in the sleeping bag with me just now to defrost so we can have breakfast. It's currently snowing. Not sure how visible that is on the camera. My boots are soaking wet. So what I'm going to do is stay in bed for a little bit, stay warm, see if the snow sort of stops, and when it does I'll get up. And when this can is defrosted as well, like I said, the gas can's frozen, so I won't be able to cook until it's defrosted. So I'm going to wait until the snow stops and give it about half an hour for this can to defrost, and then we'll get up and have some breakfast. It took some serious determination, but I've got up out of bed. Right, so first things first, get a hot drink. So we're going to make some hot chocolate. This is now defrosted, so this should work. Woo! Oh jeez, I'm only putting enough water in there just for 1 cup because that's all I'm going to have. There's no point boiling extra water. Man, I can't believe how well I slept last night. Like, it was freezing outside. Like, as soon as I put my arms outside of my sleeping bag, I was freezing, but as soon as they were inside, oh, I was snug as a bug, man. And then I put my jacket over the top of me, over the top of my head just to keep the coldness off my face. Obviously I didn't sleep with it over my head. I wasn't sure of the ventilation of it, so I just obviously I didn't leave it on my face when I was sleeping. Oh, that's so good. I'll get breakfast on in a minute. I'll heat myself up with this first. So here I've got some cured honey with a bit of butter. I got the honey from my friends, gave me it as a Christmas present. They gave me a big tub of cured honey from Latvia, which is where they're from. So I'm gonna cook this and then throw some little pancakes in there with it. Quick taste test. Oh boy! Yeah! That was good. And they're ready. Pancakes in the snow. It tastes so different to the honey you buy in the shops. I can't really explain what it tastes like because it's its own thing. But yeah, proper Latvian honey. Go get some. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this and then we'll start packing up. Packing up time. Breakfast was good, but I'm so stuffed. Feels like I can barely move. I'm gonna take the tarp down and then take down the hammock, and that'll be us. Good to go pretty much. Let's do it. I don't really have the space to be folding this up properly. Well, not the space, but the terrain. Obviously it's covered in snow. This is already wet, obviously, but I'll be drying this out at home anyway. Same with the hammock. Hence why I never took it out. Like, you're probably supposed to take the hammock out first if it's underneath the tarp, so it'll be dry. But like I said, I'm going to be drying it all out anyway, and I didn't really want to be underneath playing about with the hammock in the swamp that I slept over the top of. So yeah, there is a bit of method to the madness. That was a lot easier than I thought. I thought that would have been a pain to get back into the bag, but it's pretty much just a stuff sack. Straight in, job done. Get the rest of this stuff tidied up. As you can see, all my rubbish is in this bag here. Still need to put them wipes in that bag, obviously, but apart from that, we're all tidy. I always give a second scan, make sure I've not left any rubbish whatsoever. That's us packed up. Heading back. Man, if you can see how deep this stuff is. That's how I ended up with wet socks. Well, that paired with the swamp that I decided to camp on top of. Yeah, here we go. But this was my first ever solo camp. A couple things I'd do differently next time. Less baggage for a starter. Yeah, that's something I really need to work on, is less baggage. Like every time I come camping, I do seem to take way too much. Luckily I didn't camp too far away from the car, mainly for a safety aspect, just in case it did get too cold, my gear wasn't up to scratch or whatever, I could just head back. You're better doing that just to test yourself at first, rather than just going for it and going deep into wherever you're camping and knowing that you're not going to be able to get back. Because if your gear fails and you thought it was good enough, you know what I mean, it's not going to end very well. Jeez man, look at this. There's snow in my boots. My laces have come untied. Brilliant. Right, I'll see you back at the car. Got a bit of defrosting to do, but all in all, pretty successful night. Plenty more videos like this to come. I won't be limited to camping videos though. The whole point in my channel being called B-Enigmatic, it's about being different. It's going to be a bit of a mixed bag. I'm not doing this for views and anything like that. I'm doing this just for the fun of it, just to document it all, something I can look back on, something my kids can look back on too. So yeah, that's pretty much us. Hope you enjoyed the trip and see you next time.